Do you know that in churches there is one word that a lot of people always shy away from, and that is tithing? Yeah, tithing. There's a lot of different opinions about tithing. Some says it's for the Jews, that particular chapter was talking about the Jews. Some says it was addressing the priests and all that. But for a long time, um, mine was just like, okay, if it's a commandment, then I'm in for it. And sometimes, I wouldn't lie. Strangely, I would actually tithe more on big amount of money coming to my hands than like very little amount of money. So that is when I knew that God has already helped me conquer, the issue of tithing. So just recently I was thinking in my mind that you don't hear people complaining about one sugar daddy buying a house for a side chick, or a sugar mommy, giving his boyfriend, millions, in any kind of currency you think. But when it comes to people donating or giving tithes in the house of God, you see eyeballs rolling. So I came up with this idea that just like God said in the scriptures that if men would not praise or worship him, that he can speak to stones to rise up to worship. And I think that is it's a very big statement that we have to really think about. So all I was thinking was that if I am a film director, I would like to propose a gospel film where the issue of tithing comes up, and because people are complaining of tithing, that the Lord would not give instructions to wild animals to go and start collecting tithes for his church. So this month, the way the bean collections happens, and there will be like a router. And this month, so you might have a lion going around, a fierce lion going around collecting tithes. And the next month, you will see on the roster, there will be an anaconda, going around collecting tithes. And sometimes it's a swarm of bees, going around to collect tithes. And sometimes it will be like a tiger, then sometimes it will be an elephant, or sometimes a bear. And all these wild animals, they will go knocking on doors and collecting tithes. But what really changed my perception about tithing was when one preacher, when he reminded the congregation that income taxes is actually more than 40% of your earning. So why would giving the Lord or giving the Lord's work 10% of your earnings become a problem? And I really thought about it. When the government asks you to pay income tax, This is not even the tax you pay on your. This is not even VAT. This is not even the tax you pay, that is the corporate taxes, but just the income tax alone. And because nobody wants to go to jail, they always make sure that they pay those taxes immediately. But when it comes to the things of the Lord, we tend to drag our feet. So, and when that guy gave that illustration that the income taxes is more than 40% for individuals. Of course, there are different categories, whether you are married or single or divorced or thereabouts. But it's in that ratio of more than 40%. So why now, when it comes to giving to the house of God, that you see people dragging their legs and complaining? And by the way, the issues of tithing, what is it used for? Those monies are used for paying electricity bills. They are used for paying some pastors who are on salary. They are used for miscellaneous issues like that. So this was really on my mind, and I think so. If you have a better alternative as to how you pay your tithes or what you want to propose, please leave a comment on the comment section. Thank you for listening. Bye.